Pop?
What band you guys for?
Can't get too near a dying Toltec. Something to do with their spirits.
Their spirits?
Yeah, immortality, reincarnation. Toltec are supposed to live forever. They believe a man's soul escapes to another body in his dying breath.
The Last Gasp is a 1995 straight-to-video supernatural slasher that features erotic thriller elements and stars Terminator 2's Robert Patrick. It's an entertaining B-movie slasher that manages to offer a fair amount of mid-90s sleaze and cheese while providing a few genuinely cool horror moments. It's a rather obscure slasher from a time period when the slasher film subgenre was dead and played out with moviegoers and home video renters, before Scream revitalized the slasher film a year later. Although The Last Gasp does reflect the era in which it was made, as the film does lean into its late-night cable erotic thriller elements, and definitely has that old-school Cinemax direct-to-video sexploitation vibe to it. Leslie Chase will do anything it takes to push through his mega real estate development, even if it includes arranging the massacre of a Mexican native tribe to clear a patch of land. But no bad deed goes unpunished, as after murdering the tribe's chief in cold blood, Leslie's body and mind are taken over by the chief's vengeful spirit. Forced into committing a series of heinous murders, Leslie's life is thrown into greater peril when a private detective who's been hired to investigate the disappearance of one of his victims begins to suspect that the elusive real estate tycoon is harboring a deadly secret. The Last Gasp features a great lead performance from Robert Patrick. The dude is quite an underrated actor and definitely brings charisma and likability to a character we shouldn't sympathize with or like. Patrick plays it straight despite how goofy the idea and premise can be at times, and that keeps the film from becoming cartoonish or over the top. Patrick would be the main reason I would recommend this film, as it is quite amusing to see Robert Patrick running around in tribal war paint slashing people. Patrick is menacingly entertaining as the possessed killer. The supporting cast is decent as you get Joanna Pacula from The Kiss and Marked for Death as a woman looking for her dead lover. The performances are decent all around from the supporting cast, but Pacula and Patrick are the stars of the film, despite Pacula's character being pretty one-note and kind of annoying throughout.
Chieftain would make offerings of his own blood to the tribe, drinking it just prior to executing the victim. With the heart still beating, the body was flayed and the flesh eaten by the tribesmen. Hunted to extinction. No survivors of this ancient civilization are known to exist.
The movie does feature a few cool death scenes and some nice suspenseful slasher moments. The tribesmen in the movie have a knack for slicing people's Achilles, and that makes for some pretty harrowing horror moments. The gore isn't anything over the top, but there's a decent amount of the red stuff. For the low budget and straight-to-video aspirations, the special effects are solid and convincing. The Last Gasp does a good job at building tension during the murder set pieces, and the movie does have moments of atmosphere and suspense. The filmmakers were able to mix the elements of the slasher film with the erotic thriller fairly well. There's a few sex scenes and a decent amount of TNA for you skin flick fans.
Hey, you don't want any of these critters?
I'm trying to cut down on red meat. Save room for dessert.
On the negative side, the plot isn't that gripping and the film tends to drag in places. Within the first 10 minutes of the movie, you are informed about the curse, see Robert Patrick become possessed, and know that he will start killing people to appease the Mexican tribesmen. Any sense of mystery or intrigue is eliminated from the film fairly early on, which I think is a missed opportunity and also makes the film feel a bit pedestrian and predictable throughout. When it comes to the film's score, the music is serviceable during the slasher moments, while featuring a cheesy saxophone score during the erotic scenes, a staple of the late-night thriller. Now, The Last Gasp is good for what it is. It's a possession slasher that is a relic of its time. But I think it deserves a little bit more love than it has gotten. The movie features good production values, some cool horror moments, and stars a captivating and cool Robert Patrick. Despite a tired and lame twist ending and some plot meandering, I would recommend The Last Gasp to slasher fans looking for something old yet new.
A dying Toltec chieftain will breathe his final breath into the mouth of his successor. His spirit is passed on in that breath. That last gasp.
Okay, well, my best girlfriend.
Goldie's fine. We're vacationing together, or will be, I'll be joining her as soon as I wrap up a few...
Why didn't she take her coat?
The fur? It's a little warm in Hawaii.
Senor Chase, Toltec never seen no tourist hotel going up before. Bound to be a little curious.
Now, their curiosity has killed 2 of my workers.
2? 2 ain't bad.